Welcome back to Bold Life and Leather. Live life boldly with no fear or regrets. Y'all can hear the birds. Spring is here, baby. I love it. I love spring and nature, and it just brings joy to me when I hear the birds sing and the sound of the wind and the trees. These things are the most beautiful things in life. And if you think otherwise, you are mistaken. Don't think that diamonds or gold rings or Rolex or shit like that will bring you happiness. It won't. Happiness in life comes from the simple things. Okay? Anyhow, today we have sex in a bottle. Today we have sex in a bottle. I just can't get over how beautiful the bird song is. It just makes my soul smile. And I'm lucky that the bird is in the chorus today with me. Today we have sex in a bottle, and from an Italian niche house, Francesca Bianchi. She's a great perfumer. She says that she creates fragrances not to smell good, but to evoke sensual, emotional memories. That's in her own words. And I gotta give a shout out to my friend Rada. She's the one who introduced me to this beautiful house and this beautiful fragrance, the Lover's Tale. So Rada, if you're watching, shout out to you. Hats off. The Lover's Tale. This was my first fragrance from this house. Okay. And the beauty of the Lover's Tale is that it is sex in a bottle. It is so sensual. It's so sexy. It has that carnal, sexy allure to it. Of course, thanks to the leather and the animalic notes. And it has that beautiful elegance thanks to the juicy, fuzzy peach in it. Okay, it has the most sensual fuzzy peach. Okay, with the leather. I mean, like she's a genius, Francesca Bianchi. When you combine a sexy fuzzy peach just like this one, you can see the fuzz on it. The smell of it. I ain't gonna eat it because I gotta slurp with it. But a sexy peach with the leather accord, with the labdanum, with it has also heliotrope, which is considered an aphrodisiac actually by many people and many cultures. So when you combine all that here together with the leather accord, with the castoreum, with the labdanum, with the creamy sandalwood, with the iris butter in it, whew, you get sex in a bottle. Nothing more, nothing less. You get sex in a bottle, baby. Okay? It's beautiful. I got my tablet just to read you her introduction, what she said about it. I got 100 ml backup of it. This is 30 ml. I got 100 ml for backup, just to show you how good it is. Has the FB engraved on the cap. Beautiful. Look at the juice, it's beautiful. By the way, I was spraying the other day. You know me, I always overspray, and it was dripping out on my finger, and it stained a little bit here. It doesn't stain, but it washes off on white colors. Okay, but the color of the juice is beautiful. Let me just read you, like her. She loves storytelling, and what she says about the Lover's Tale. It's a beautiful little intro. Okay, this is her official site. So, the accords we have is chypre, leather, smoky, floral, and fruity. I don't get smoky at all, okay? The mood is dramatic, dominant, sexual, passionate. A secret encounter of lovers tightly bound by an impossible passion is interpreted by a dominant leather infused with narcotic jasmine. She uses actually Egyptian jasmine. This elegant combination is the protagonist of this seducing potion, suggesting the obsessive and addictive nature of the liaison. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. So in the notes, that's officially from her. Forget about from Graphica. In the notes, we have bergamot, honey, mimosa, Egyptian jasmine, Bulgarian rose, peach, Irish butter, heliotrope, leather, castoreum, labdanum, sandalwood, vetiver, and oak moss. She also writes that this is an extrait de parfum, so use sparingly, as the concentration is 25% and has great longevity, an average of 12 hours. It's a beast mode, I'll tell you that much. But compared to other extraits, the concentration is not that high. It's 25%. You know, an extrait de parfum is between 20 and 40%. Between 20 and 40. So again, this is on the lower bound, you know, but still it is a beast mode, and I will get to that later. So the story behind Lover's Tale, that's what I wanted to read to you. It has some art here, and it has a little brief story that I wanted to quickly read. This is a story of bygone times about lovers' secret encounter. It represents the contradictions between sense and sensibility. I like that. Prudery and passion. The lovers are driven by desire, but their education holds them back. Very interesting. Rich in natural raw materials, jasmine and leather are the protagonists of this perfume. I used the beautiful Egyptian jasmine to create a slightly narcotic accord, which best combines with leather. True. In this case, I used some castoreum rendered in a sophisticated way, yet keeping its animalic facets. I'd say she rendered it a bit, she tamed it a little bit. We'll get to that later. The opening renders the shy but sparkling mood of the very moment they meet with bergamot, honey, and a touch of aldehydes. I don't get aldehydes at all, but it gives it that vintage feel. A vague smell of pollen evokes the nights of early spring when peach trees are in blossom and release their scent in the fresh air. And blossom indeed. Then attraction and romance trap the lovers, and an narcotic jasmine softened by a powdery rose represents this tension. Ultimately, passion takes over with a sophisticated leather, developing over an intense ambery accord on the background. Chester Gibbs drawing inspired by the Lover's Tale, Francesca Bianchi perfumes. There it is. By the way, a couple months ago, she released the Essence, this one. The Essence is supposed to represent her DNA, and it's called an animalic booster. It has animalic notes, violet, suede, and Iso E Super. So that's her signature. That's why I love this house, or her. Her DNA is violet, animalic notes, and leather. Okay? All the things we love. Animalic Booster, the idea was to create a fragrance that embodies the core essence or DNA found in all my creations. I wanted this scent to act not just as a standalone fragrance, but as a booster, a product that you can layer to project and increase the animality of her other creations. Okay. So basically, her DNA is leather and violet and animalic accord, violet and leather with Iso E Super. Iso E Super is a synthetic compound that has that cozy, woody, ambery, musky smell to it. Okay, it smells different to different people. But coming back to the Lover's Tale, okay, this one is sex in a bottle, and let's get down to brass tacks. By the way, the atomizer is extremely fine. It's very, very, very fine. It gives a very fine mist. Very, very, look at that, fine mist. Actually, you can see, look at the color. See, you can see the redness here. You can see the color. That's why in my review on Fragrantica, I said be careful with white color clothes, because it can like show, but it would not stain, so don't worry. It washes off. But you can see the color already here. Okay. It's the atomizer is very fine. It reminds me of my Ray-Ban spray that I have, is also very, very fine. You know, just like the hair atomizer. But this one, I love it. Can't get enough of it. This is sex in a bottle. Okay, it's sex in a bottle, baby. Right away you get that peach, that fuzzy peach, you know. Mwah. You get this fuzzy peach right away. Ooh, the leather, okay, with the castoreum is always present. And this is exactly what I want you to know about this fragrance, okay? This is, first and foremost, is a leather fragrance. Okay, this is a leather fragrance, but it's a fruity / floral leather. So think Tom Ford ombre leather in that territory. Okay, it's a fruity floral leather, and thankfully it has castoreum in it to add to that animalic carnal effect and allure of the leather accord. A leather fragrance always evokes the carnal and the your primal instincts. And as I always say, our instincts, our basic instincts, are still primal, despite how much we have evolved as a species. Okay. And every fragrance promises you to give you that, to make you smell sexy and give you that sexy smell. But no fragrance does it like a leather fragrance. Okay? Again, no fragrance will make you smell sexy like a leather fragrance. Okay? The iris butter gives it the creaminess, the powderiness. It has that powderiness. Always reminds me of Your Own Parfum, R.I.P. Okay. What I love about it is the leather accord here stays with you from the beginning till the end. That's why it's a true leather fragrance. It's a true leather fragrance. The leather here is always present, which is why I love it so much. Okay, that's why I got another bottle, 100 ml. Oh my God. Seriously, like, I think that anyone who smell it would immediately tell you that this is the first word they would use is sexy. Hands down. This is a very, very sexy fragrance. God damn, y'all. It's so sexy. It's extremely sexy. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay? It's very sexy. It's very sexy. It's very sexy. It's very sexy. You got it? I hope you did. It is so sexy. That's why it's like the emoji of peach. The emoji of peach. It looks like an ass, you know, like a beautiful round female-shaped ass. You know, that's why I love peaches. I mean, I love everything about peaches. You know. But again, this one is sex in a bottle. Like the idea to get that fuzzy peach with the leather, you know, with the animalic leather, and then she adds castoreum to it with the iris butter. Ooh la la. Mmm, powderiness, sexiness. Also, that floral touches from the Egyptian jasmine. Okay, it's unbelievable. Seriously, like this is sex in a bottle. Okay, you gotta try it. If you love leather fragrances, if you love sexy fragrances, if you love artistic fragrances, very, very artistic, very creative, very well blended. Okay, it's so well blended. It also evolves on the skin. It unfolds. Okay, it starts with the beautiful fuzzy peach. Okay, it starts with the beautiful fuzzy peach, with that jasmine, then the leather, with the animalics unfolds, with the iris butter, with the heliotrope, with the labdanum. It is it's a masterpiece. Seriously, this is a masterpiece. To me personally, this is the best creation she has ever made of all her line. Okay, I tried the Black Knight. It wasn't black enough or wasn't dark enough. Okay, it has no animalic notes in it. It has some leather in it. But again, if you read the reviews of that one, the reviews like they say that it's very leathery and it's dark. It's not. There's no darkness there. I was a bit disappointed with that one. But this one is a different story. Okay, you get the animalics here right away with the leather accord. You know, it's like they're always present. That's why I love it. It's a true leather. Again, this is a true leather fragrance. The leather with the animalics are always present. Okay, and I have always maintained that a true leather accord should and must have animalic notes. You gotta have them. Without an animalic accord or some animalic notes like castoreum, okay, a leather accord is not a true or pure leather accord. Okay, remember that. Mm. Mm, mm, Beautiful, simply beautiful. And again, the thing that I love about this one, you know me, I really like performance. Performance for me is a big factor when I choose fragrances, because if it doesn't last or if it doesn't perform well enough, it defeats the whole purpose of spraying it or having it. If I spray something, okay, and then after half an hour it disappears, then it defeats the whole purpose, right? And this is a beast mode. Look at that oil. This is a beast mode. This is a beast mode. It reaches the beast mode level of Dior Homme Parfum. It tries to reach it. It doesn't fully reach it, but it's almost up there. Okay, to me, Dior Homme Parfum is a beast mode. Of course, along with the Amouage Interlude 53 and all the big boys. The Memo Paris African leather always is also very strong. They all cross the 8-hour mark on skin. Clothes, of course, it's a different story. It's days. But this one, my fellow leatherheads, is a gem. It's a gem. Okay, look at the color of this juice. This is a gem. Look at that sensual peachy color. So beautiful. Also, she has a minimalistic approach to her bottles and packaging. I like that. Very minimalistic, pure, quintessential niche presentation. The funny thing, on the box it says that the raw materials were sourced from Grasse, which is the perfume capital of the world, Grasse in France. And of course, if you read the description of my channel, Grasse the art of perfumery owes much to leathers, because Grasse was used to be a leather tannery. It used to have like a leather tanneries, so it was a leather tannery city actually um, before it became fragrance capital of the world. But this is a peach with jasmine, okay, with the animalic leather accord. It is sex in a bottle, baby. This is sex in a bottle, okay. It will capture your heart right away. I guarantee that. I guarantee that to you. From the first sniff, for me, this one is, I was hooked. It's definitely a narcotic, jasmine, definitely narcotic. Damn. Hot damn. Beautiful, beautiful. We're recording, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Can't get enough of it. It really unfolds, after that initial. Also, that bergamot in the top, you get like that freshness from it. Okay, and then you get the blast with the leather. Okay, with the leather. Oh, with the labdanum and the iris butter with the powderiness and creaminess, and the beautiful castoreum with its multifaceted leather nuances. Okay, that's why the beauty, castoreum and leather, they're like so harmonious. Okay, because castoreum by itself has leathery nuances in it. Okay, and then you got the leather accord. It's like such harmony. It's so harmonious. That's why this is definitely in my top 5. Okay, definitely. It's sexy allure, sex in a bottle, man. Sex in a bottle. No two ways about it. You know what I'm saying? There's no two ways about it. This is sex in a bottle. Okay, so it comes in 30 ml or 100 ml. I think the 100 ml, yeah, 245 for 100 ml and 118 euros, 118 for the 30 ml and 245 for 100 ml. Of course, the 100 ml is more valuable in terms of, cost per ml. So I got that one for as a backup. But this one, I mean, is a beast mode. You don't need to spray like me. I'm a very generous sprayer, But this is a beast mode. Okay, that's why I was really impressed with it. Like, that's why I was like, hats off to her, to Francesca, Look at the oil, so glistening on my hand. So beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. It'll give you exactly what you're looking in a sexy fragrance. It will like tick all your check boxes, Sexy, tick. Alluring, tick. Leather, carnal, animalic, all that, yes. Elegant and classy, yes, with the jasmine and the fruitiness, so elegant. You get the sandalwood, you get the creaminess from the iris butter, you get powderiness. Performance is over the top. You get everything you need here, everything you need. Of course, it's a unisex, but you know me, I'm all about alpha, masculine fragrances. For me personally, this one leans a bit more feminine. So tip to the scale tips towards the feminine, because it's like I would say if you think of this fragrance, for example, as a body. So you have a body. Your core is the leather accord. But on the left, you have the peach with the florals, with the jasmine, and on the right, you have the all the leather. You have the leather in the core, but then you have the animalics, the castoreum with the labdanum, and the and the sandalwood with the iris butter and the creaminess. So you get, so the two main parts are the florals, the fruitiness, and then you get the animalics with the leather, with the creaminess and the powderiness. Okay, and you can never go wrong with it. That's another one. That's like, because it's multifaceted. Okay, it's multifaceted. Even though it's a true pure true leather fragrance, it still has a heavy floral component with a fruity, heavy floral slash fruity component. Okay, so like it is very multidimensional. Is what I'm trying to say. It's very multidimensional. Okay, and the peach she used is fuzzy, is juicy, is kind of fleshy. You know, like you can see the fuzz on the peach. You know, so it makes it more sensual. The fuzziness, right? Even like the sound of it. Okay, you know what this looks like, but but so the like that's why I really like it. She was very smart to use a peach with the leather and the narcotic jasmine. By the way, Logama Sony, you know, the one that I like, the hard leather. I think they actually copied it or were inspired by this one, because recently they released something called Army Lovers Army, or Army of Lovers, and it has peach and leather in it. So they were definitely copying Francesca Bianchi, because this is a 2017 release. Okay, so Laurent Son is definitely copying. That's what I'm telling you. The combination of the peach and the leather here, and the animalic leather, is heavenly. Is heavenly. Is sexy. Is sex in a bottle. That even Laurent Son is copying that. Okay. So there you have it. Let me know what you think about it. If you tried it, what are your thoughts? This is, again, it's sex in a bottle. It's a masterpiece, and you definitely cannot go wrong with this one. Definitely. Oh, so nice. Usually, like, I have an idea to talk about life, you know, because I usually talk right off the top of my head. I don't prepare anything, when I talk about life. But I don't know. Today's a beautiful day. It's a Friday. It's a weekend. I guess don't get hung up on your past. Don't suffer from regret. I always say, live life with no fear or regrets. Regret or guilt is like a bag of fucking bricks. All you gotta do is set it down. Okay? Because when you regret something, you're not doing anything. Like, you're not doing yourself any good. You're not doing yourself a favor. Okay? So, okay, you made some mistakes in the past, or you think you made some mistakes in the past. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all human. We are put on this earth actually to make mistakes and learn from that. That's the meaning of life. A lot of people get caught up on, what's the meaning of life, and what's the meaning of life, and they keep thinking in a philosophical way. Life is simple. The meaning of life for you is to live your life, to enjoy, to learn, to learn from it, and to progress and become a better person each day from the person you were yesterday. Okay, that's the meaning of life. It's simple. It's not, have to be Immanuel Kant or, like one of these heavyweight philosophers. Okay? So if you have regrets, it's fine. It's not a life sentence, You did a mistake. We all make mistakes. You learn from it, move forward, and keep going. And just try to be present in the moment. Don't get caught up in the past or the future. If you're doing something, just do it. Do it fully. Okay. For example, you're drinking a cup of coffee. It don't matter if you just freshly ground the beans or if you're sitting in a cafe. You're drinking a cup of coffee. Enjoy it. Just savor the taste of it. Enjoy the moment. Don't think about your work or your homework or whatever, or your family or your business, because then you're preoccupied with something else and the thing you're doing now, so you're not living in the present. So try to savor these little moments in life. You know, you sit down for a cup of coffee, savor it, enjoy it, and then you can think about your work or whatever. You know, because I see like when you look at people, they're always living in the future or the past. Very few can master the art of living in the moment. And it's easier said than done, but again, you gotta try because it'll actually make you really happy because happiness is simple, okay? It's not very complicated. People think it's a complicated thing and you need to have a lot of things to be happy and stuff like that. That's not true. Okay, you don't need to own a lot of things to be happy. I know a lot of people who own a lot of things and they're not happy. Okay, the let's say the art in life is to be happy with what you already have, and that's called gratitude. Okay, so if you're happy with that, you can get more and you can progress forward. But if you're not, and if you're bitter and you're full of resentment, you know, it's not gonna do you any good. Actually, you're gonna get worse. It's even affect your mental health and physical health negatively. Okay, so again, gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. With gratitude, you can get more and focus on focus on the good stuff in life. Focus on the good things that happen in your life. Okay, don't always have that selective negative memory that you remember all the bad stuff that happened. You know, just just be grateful that you're still alive on this planet because our time is limited. You know, so make the best of it. Make the best of it. Enjoy every single moment of your day. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.